Hello, it's Peter. I'm going to talk to you today about how you can develop your own carnation plants really simply, and by doing so save yourself some money into the bargain, as well as getting some really nice flowers that you might have liked before. I like to buy flowers for Karen fairly often, and one of the plants she really likes is carnations. So I bought some carnations the other day, and I just want to show you what you can do. This is a particularly attractive one that I like, and you can see on here that on this one it has some side shoots. Forget the flowers because they're what's going to stay in the pot. But if you look, there's a whole series of these little side shoots, and I'm just going to pick one of those out. It's really simple to do this. So I'll pick that one out, and you can see now I've got what looks like a little plant. If I just take off some of the lower leaves, we don't need those, get rid of those, take those out of the way. And all I'm going to do now is to take a pot which I'm going to put some soil into. This is just ordinary compost. They say that you should use some sort of something which gives good drainage, something like a coarse sand or something like that. Ideally that's what you should do, but personally if you're rushed and you can't be bothered, it doesn't matter. So I've just taken ordinary compost here that I bought from a garden centre or somewhere locally. Doesn't cost anything special. And I'm going to dip the end of this shoot into some water to make it just wet to start off with, and then I'm going to dip it into some rooting powder, which is just going to help it to set some root. Just going to dip it in there, and you can see it appears, well, it looks like a bit of sand on the bottom really. I'm just then going to pop it into the soil. Very often these rooting hormones or powders have a dibber on the end of it, and that's quite useful just to separate the soil out. Don't compact the soil, just leave it, and then just firm that in around the soil, around the plant, and then you're going to give it a water. We'll give it a drop of water, and that's all we've got to do. Make sure you keep it watered, make sure you keep it nice and warm but not too hot, and just leave it like that. And there's a number of them I've done before. You can see here we've got a number here, and this one I did about a month or so ago. If we just gently tip the pot off, you'll see in this one that we've got a really nice root system all the way around it. Beautiful. It's ready to be potted on. It's taken root, it's developed those roots, really quite extensive root system very quickly. I'm just going to put it into a pot, which I'm going to put some ordinary, again, just ordinary compost in there, and I'm then going to put the soil around it, put the compost around it just to firm it in, give it a bit more space to develop the root system even more. So I'm just going to pop that in there. It's important to pot it up, so that it actually has enough room for the roots to carry on and develop. And there we are, that's done nicely. Again, we'll water that in a minute and it'll be ready to go. Here's one that I did a little while back. This one, we'll see what this one's like. I did exactly that to this about a month ago. And you can see on this one, you can see the root systems come all the way down, beginning to fill the pot. So it won't be very long before that needs either potting on or planting out. The beauty of this is that we'll get flowers that are the same colour as the original plant, and therefore it's something that we can know what colour we're going to get, and if we find a particular one that we like, that works really well. These are spray carnations, and the pink ones do have a lot of the side shoots, but you need to be careful if that's what you're going to do, because if I take this one for example, this is a rather pretty colour, and I thought I might be able to do it, but there actually aren't any side shoots on that, so we can't do anything with those. But anyway, it's a good way of developing a whole series of carnations for colours that we like. They're going to come on. I'll show you later how the flowers that we actually get from it. But for the moment, I just want to make it clear to you, it's really simple to do. It works out really well. Don't be surprised if not all the cuttings, not all the little side shoots take. At the moment I'm working on about a third of them take and about 2/3 don't. That's probably because I'm rushing it, and you probably could improve on that, but a third out of that for nothing is pretty good value, I think. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do, then please like it, share it so that we can carry on making these. If you want to see what else we're doing, if you press the bell icon, then that will enable you to see what's coming later on. So thanks very much for listening. Look forward to seeing you again.